Okay, so hello everyone. So I wanted to make this video for some time regarding this phytoplankton. I was actually interested to explore this part of the hobby. So I was looking for ways to procure this phytoplankton because of two reasons. One is like the phyto being the lowest of the food chain, the lowest organisms in the food chain. It feeds a level of organisms which in turn will feed your fishes and your other reef invertebrates which will give a natural food source for these organisms, which is definitely better. Okay, and number two is like we used to get additives from various companies which sells phytoplankton, but problem is like they will have always some chemicals added to them, right? So for example, like any food that we eat, right, it's having a certain amount of emulsifiers, preservatives, or some chemicals. Something has to stop that organic matter to prevent it from degrading, right? So that is something which needs to happen. So obviously there should be some chemicals which will prevent the degradation. So definitely when you are mixing it into your tank, you will also be adding some chemicals into the tank, obviously. So that is the reason why I wanted to explore this option of phytoplankton. But as you know, like in our country we don't have that necessarily available all the time. So recently I happened to get a hold of like some pure strain cultures of Nanochloropsis oculata and some other mixed cultures. uh, uh, I have to source it from outside, but ultimately I got it and I started the cultures. uh, at first it can be a little tricky because you have to get everything sanitized and proper and everything, and yeah, but it ultimately will take off, and it has started to grow, and I wanted to come and show you guys like how it is going. Okay, I also intend to do a video under the microscope so that I can see like what is growing inside that. Okay, so so I'll just show you the culture. Okay, so just come with me and I'll show you. Okay, so I have three cultures going right now. Okay, uh, rather I'm actually bubbling this too. Okay, so I'll tell you what these are. So the one over here in the glass jar, it's actually a Nanochloropsis oculata strain. Okay, this is a pure strain that I have over here, and I'm culturing it to make it real dark, so that you cannot you cannot even see the bubble when I just move the airline tubing to the back. So that means it's quite dense right now. I don't know if the camera is doing justice to the color, but it seems pretty dark as well. So yeah, and on the right over here is a mixed culture of Nanochloropsis, Isochrysis, Galbana, then Chlorella and Tetrasalmins, and other few others I have. Okay, I know this one is not gonna sustain for long. This is just a running culture, okay, that I just prepare and I'm just gonna use it up, or maybe give it to someone. Okay, the thing is like this is why I cannot sustain this is because since it's a mixed culture, so one has a growth rate which is more than the other. So ultimately one particular species will take over, and you cannot have a sustain a mixed culture with mixed species. Ultimately we'll end up with if I start with like 5-6, I know I'm gonna end up with 3-4, but 3 or 2 or whatever. Okay, but ultimately I wanted to have a mixed culture. Okay, and so far it's going good. This one is pure breed, so there is no competition going on over here, and it's like pure Nanochloropsis, our good old friend Nanochloropsis oculata that we have known for so long. So yeah, so what I'll do with these is like we are gonna feed this to our systems, like to our marine systems, and see the increase of pods and all, which will in turn feed fishes like wrasse and mandarin and all those things which live upon those amphipods and copepods. So So in all, like, we want to increase the amount of life in our reef tanks, so that it gives a balance in the ecosystem. Okay, and that is the reason why I chose to do this. Okay, so my cultures are going right now, and what I do is like, or what I am going to do right now is like, I'm going to split those cultures every maybe 7 to 10 days, and I'm gonna start a new culture. But the thing is, like, after done this couple of times, maybe 5, 6, 7, 10, okay, these are prone to failures. That is the reason why we might lose phytoplankton cultures in the long run, because ultimately, if you are not cleaning the vessels properly, or you are not taking good care of the environment where you are culturing them, bacteria and everything can go inside. Some protozoans, bacteria, amoebas, or whatever, like, there can be a myriad of things that can go inside, and it will contaminate the culture. And if it takes over, then definitely it will take over the culture, and you will have a crash. Okay, so we have to be very careful while we are splitting the cultures, and while we are doing this. And ultimately, this video, I'm not giving a tutorial or anything, but at the same time, I'm also telling you the process of, like, how the best practices of, like, maintaining a culture. Since I'm doing it, it's more of like a self note for myself, that I've done this. And I'll maybe 1 year, 2 year, 5 years down the line, I will look at this and I will see, like, what might have gone wrong, or what I have learned from today compared to in the future. So anyways, like, I hope you guys will learn a little bit of culturing phytoplankton over here in our country. And another thing, like, the temperature over here, it in some parts of our country can go a little extreme. Like, it can go little on the hotter side, or it can go sometimes very cold. Okay, so we have to maintain that temperature if we are trying to do it our own. Okay, and that's just it. Okay, so once you get hold of the culture, and once you, like, do it once, or one or two or three times, it's pretty simple. It's nothing complicated. Yeah. And if you don't want to go to that hassle, you can just order some from your whoever is doing it. Okay, I will give it to some people, like, if they are willing to take it or something. Okay, I used to ship, like, 5-6 years previously, I used to do this as well, but in a different way. I used to ship them as well, to some fellow hobbyists. Yeah, we can do that as well. So let's see. I know, like, if I am splitting cultures for, like, every 5-6 days, then I'm gonna end up with having a lot of phytoplankton. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna probably give it to people. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. Thank you for if you have been till here, so thank you so much for being here with me. Maybe I'll make some videos on other topics of this. Okay, let me know, like, if you need any information more than this. You can use the comment section to get some queries answered directly from me. Okay, so that's about it. Thank you, everyone. Okay, hope you like it.